Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in here today talking about another meme coin. This one is a low cap meme coin on Ethereum. And when I talk about coins, I normally pick my spots here and there, especially when I introduce a new coin. This is a coin, full disclosure, I am not invested into, although based off of some knowledge I have, I think this coin could do very well. And also just based off of the fact that it does have a golden ticker, I would say, in cryptocurrency, especially when you look at the 4chan Pepe lore going back over a decade, what Kekistan is all about. So taking a look at Kekistan, it's sitting at around $3.6 million. That is a low cap Ethereum meme coin. I was tracking this coin back in early summer when it was around 550K. That was its low that it hit, and I was really considering investing into it. I didn't. It has since been able to sustain a new local floor of around 2.5 million, and right now it is at around $3.6 million on Ethereum. Yes, I will talk about the other Kek coin that came out about a month ago. I want to say I'm going to look at that on Dex Screener. I do view this coin as the main Kek coin with the golden ticker. Now, what does Kek mean? In terms of 4chan lingo, it means LOL. But it's interesting with this coin going back about a decade, people within 4chan realized that Kek, the word, was a Egyptian deity based on hieroglyphics and other mythological models. They could tell that Kek was a previous god, and it was a frog god. And we all know what Pepe is. So that's why this is considered the origin of Pepe, Kek. And so this coin is called Kekistan, in a model after the mythological country that was created by anonymous 4chan posters around 2016 to 2017, and it was called the Republic of Kekistan, with a flagged similar insignia to Nazi Germany. Kind of like a 4chan shitposting thing. So that's why this coin is so interesting. You really could trace it back. I mean, the idea of the Kek lingo, instead of LOL, it's Kek. And then the fact that this traces back to an ancient Egyptian frog god, which brings the Pepe narrative into it. That's why Kek, I would consider at this point a golden ticker. And I'm surprised there really isn't a Kek meme coin at 50 or 60 or even $100 million. I mean, look at Apu. Look at some of these other coins that are branches off of Pepe. Look at Pepe right now. I mean, outside of Dogecoin, outside of Shiba, which is a branch off of Doge, Pepe is, I would say, the meme god in terms of just overall memes on 4chan. And so this can be traced back. Not only is it 4chan lingo and one of the most popular sayings on the internet, LOL, traced to Kek, but it's also got the historical reference of the hieroglyphics and of the reference of an ancient Egyptian deity known as a frog god. So there's some interesting history in terms of this coin and just the idea of it potentially doing well, the narrative behind it. You can take a look at it right here. It was at one point back in November of last year. There was a lot of money in lower cap Ethereum alts and Ethereum memes, and this coin ranged up to around 13-14 million. I mean, I would say the trading on this coin, looking at this, it's extremely sporadic, is what I would say. I do think they are rebranding it. When you look at the Twitter, it looks like there's no presence on Twitter. I do think they actually have a Twitter, but they're going to have to update their Dex Screener and do some things. But I do think this coin, based off of some things I've been hearing, I mean, it's about over a year old. $3.5 million right now. Still relatively low. Now, obviously, if I had my entry at 500K, I'd be very happy right now. I can't get that entry anymore. Probably not even close based off of, some of the things I've been hearing. And then also, I do think they have rebranded this logo to something else, but they're going to have to update their Dex Screener if they really want to do this because of the amount of, the site traffic, things of that nature. And then ideally, I'm not sure if you can update this, but you'd also want to update this as well. But this is an interesting coin to look at just if you are looking for a variant within the 4chan, because I like 4chan. I'm invested into 4chan, the actual 4chan coin, and I talk about it And this is within 4chan, but it's also within Pepe, and that's why there's other meme coins. I know there's another meme coin called the Origin of Pepe, and then the ticker is Kek. This coin is called Kekistan. It goes with the Republic of Kekistan, the made-up country by the 4chaners, and it has the ticker Kek as well. So the argument is, and I wonder if there is any other coin on this site that goes by Kek. Yeah, so you have this. This is the relatively new coin. This is the other one, and there's been rumors. I don't know if this is true or not, and this coin took a nosedive over the past few days. But this coin came on. The first time I saw it, it was already 3.5 million, 4 million. This is Kek as well, and you can see it does look like it is an Egyptian frog god. It's got the photo right there. We can actually take a look at it on here. If you just search KEK, you have the first one that comes up is not Kekistan, it is Kek. So it looks like this coin came out exactly a month and a day ago. This coin came out 15 months ago. And then isn't there an Origin of Pepe as well, I think? See there, you can see the Egyptian Pepe. This is an Origin of Pepe. This is the one I was looking at. It got abandoned. So it got abandoned, and I don't think it has a team. But then there's this one, which again has taken a nosedive. It came out of the market. It boomed to 11 or 12 million. There was a rumor that one of the devs of Pepe was involved in the launch of this coin or something. I'm not exactly sure on it. This one you can see Kek, the primordial meme coin of the ages. And so you understand the mythology, you understand the narrative of it, the fact that, oh, people are substituting LOL with KEK, it means LOL, and then the fact that there's this frog deity within ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics that was named, I think it was actually named KUK, but, I was looking this up, but it's similar. It named Kek. That's interesting. And so you can understand it being the origin, but now you've got these two dueling projects, both on Ethereum. But the older one, Kekistan, is older. This one is definitely more pointing directly to the idea of the Kek meme. The Kekistan coin is more based off of the Republic of Kekistan, but I think they're rebranding it to try and make it just Kek, just like this one. Again, I don't know what this coin is going to do. I just don't invest into new coins. And the other thing is, I've heard good things about this coin potentially, this Kekistan coin. It's got more of a history. It's got a recent low of around 500K. I guess the real recent low is around 2.5 million if you want to talk about within the past 4 or 5 months. And so with the amount of money that's coming into Ethereum, you could see a coin like this. We'll see if it gets rebranded, and we'll see. You look at their website and see they're talking about the ancient Egyptian religion. But I mean, I think the narrative is very clear. It is the hypothetical origin of Pepe. It would be Kek. And it's also used as LOL lingo, which is very commonly used, in any online circle. So you understand the idea of it. So it's an interesting concept, and when it comes to these meme coins, you really gotta be careful, because you never know. I mean, it's not financial advice, obviously, but I have been, there's some things, and people say it's gonna do very well. So we'll have to see if it ends up living up to what I think it could do. And we'll see, because I think they are going to rebrand it. You got to get a presence on Twitter. You got to update the deck screener. And so we'll see what ends up happening. I think they actually do have a Twitter, but they just haven't updated it to connect it. But either way, guys, this is not financial advice. Please like the video down below. That's going to do it for this one.